didn't we have enough closets to stuff our clothes, beliefs, customs, traditions, perceptions, accessories in that we made another to come out of in life, in real situations, and not just in our mind? We humans have a tendency to associate words with feelings and imagery. Of course, that is how memory works. How tunnel is always dark and never bright. Love story with a heartbreak is always a tragedy and never a lesson. Love story without a heartbreak is sappy and never possibly real, possibly true. How physical illness is always dealt with. Oh, did you take medicine? Did you go to the doctor? Did you get the test done? What did the report say? Oh my, your hemoglobin is at 10. And it's never dealt with. I just met someone with cancer and you're complaining of a backache. How mental illness is always a sign of craziness or lunacy, or dealt with. There are more pressing issues at hand, like global poverty. And it's never indicative of an emotional problem unaddressed. You can tell that there is something wrong when your colleague next to you in your office Googles the words guilt, hopelessness, loneliness, loss of interest and pleasure in activities, lack of appetite, restless sleep, emotional distress, and thoughts of suicide, but yet ignores the top articles suggesting to seek professional help. And that your friend who has a 21st birthday in 2 days, instead of searching for best Thai restaurant reasonably priced nearby, it is best psychologist reasonably priced far away. If I tell you I did not shower today, you'll say I do not understand the concept of basic hygiene. But hey, I don't even understand the concept of sucking it up because the illness is in my head instead of my knee. Or coming up with a reasonable excuse for missing work in the middle of the week. So when my mother called me for lunch on a regular Saturday afternoon, I almost stumbled, failing to stuff in the food for irrational thoughts in my ribs and thighs. I mean, who needs a tender chicken breast when you have an elaborate array of thoughts to keep all your body parts broken and dysfunctional, right? And then she asked me if the meal had the right amount of salt in it. But I misheard it for sanity and said, I don't know. I asked for roses for dessert later on, but she mistook it for broccoli instead. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, that it wasn't to outdo the taste of my thoughts in my mind, but I didn't complain. There's just so much to complain about. Like when my voicemail box complains of being almost full. Almost being the keyword here. Well, I am head, neck, arms, shoulders deep full. Now, I don't go about notifying people to delete their conversations in my head that I play on a loop, do I? That is why your mailbox exists. That is why airplane mode exists. Or how I like to call it, I do not wish to talk to you, but don't you get it? Now I will have to use my laziness as an excuse, which is a euphemism in this case mode. My mental health reminder every night at 2:14 a.m. says time to get some headspace. Sure, it sounds as fancy as ordering one iced black tea with ruby grapefruit and honey for my mind, please. But trust me, it is as ugly as sorting your shit in the toilet with a bad case of diarrhea, with the flush not working in the dead night. I often think of the time when my bag turned into my worse. How the 200% fake strong turned into 100% too sick to go out and 100% too tired to speak. When I started depending on shared relatable memes on my feed and chickened out of therapy. It was no longer cash me outside, how about that, to my anxiety and depression. It was no longer filled with metaphors and similes, and it was not funny. The carefully chosen mantra in my head, get over it, get over it, get over it, get over it, in the voices of the people around me. Get over it, get over it, get over it, get over it, especially the ones who knew me well. Get over it, 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 get over what? Get over the thought of suffering? Get over the thought of pretending? Get over the fact that I cannot function properly? Get over the fact that I can function despite of it mostly? Get over the dimmed lights inside my head? Or get over life itself? Get over what?